In this video, you're going to see where we do not purchase laundromats. And we showed you an opportunity where you could get a laundromat for free. With that being said, there are a few things that you need to look for before getting a laundromat. Number one is lease. The reason why I never talk to the laundromat owners, I will talk to them at the beginning. If they are selling a laundromat, I'll say, hey, I need the contact information of the landlord to make sure that this is going to work out well for us, because you want to see if they have a long-term lease. Most of the time when they're selling these laundromats, they don't have a lease. And then you're buying a laundromat from someone and then you're screwed because you don't have a lease. So you've purchased this laundromat, there might be a year left on the lease, and then your year's up, and then what if the owner of the shopping center decides, hey, they don't want a laundromat here anymore, but you spent $100,000, $300,000 on a laundromat? Well, now you're out of luck because you didn't negotiate a lease up front. You have to negotiate that lease first. So a long-term lease is very important. And I can tell you something, if you have a good LOI, a letter of intent, before the lease, of course, when you're asking your letter of intent, you ask for the world. For example, if I were to start a laundromat from scratch, I'm going to ask that landlord for everything. I'm going to ask them for the plumbing. I'm going to ask them for the electric. I'm going to ask them for the 2-inch water line coming in. I'm going to ask them for bathrooms. I'm going to ask them for lighting. I'm going to ask them for everything. You never know what they'll say, because for one thing, you are going to be signing a 15 to 20 year lease. And so you're adding value to their property over 20 years. And that's what they like to see. You're not signing just a 3-year lease. And I don't know if any equipment manufacturer is going to give you a loan for equipment if you don't have at least a 10-year lease or a 7-year lease, because it's going to take you 7 to 8 years to pay off the equipment, unless you write a check. I don't know, but most people don't have that kind of money. But in this situation that we're showing you, you don't have to have much money at all to get in, and because your leverage is the build out already. Your leverage is the infrastructure. So when you go to a lender and say, hey, I have this laundromat, we have the infrastructure, what's the infrastructure worth? It's worth $250,000. I don't know, but that's your leverage right there with the distributor and with the lender. So you're good to go. And that's basically how we did it. And so I'll just let you in on that secret. It's not that difficult, but I keep on hearing everybody talk about purchase a laundromat, purchase a laundromat, purchase a laundromat. You know, all we do is prospect for laundromats. We don't think about purchasing. We think about opportunity to take over a laundromat. And for the most part, that's what it is. And so I hope you enjoyed the video. And you're probably wondering, why are you taking a video in the mountains? Well, Kelly and I, we go to Gatlinburg all the time. And we own chalets here, and this is one of them. This is the view. We come down here and just check on our properties. And we own several Airbnbs up here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And that's why we're here. So enjoy the video. If you have any questions, hit down below and let us know what you think. Here's an update. We're at the laundromat in Pigeon Forge. We did a video a few months ago. And like I said, if anyone who saw the video, they could have gotten this laundromat for free. And that's the formula we go with. Check this out. It is completely empty. But you know what it has in here? It has the infrastructure. The infrastructure is what you want, and that's the only value in this place, and that was the only value all along. But now that they're out of here, they have left. The place is completely empty, and you could have come in here and gotten this laundromat for free and just renovate it a little bit and put machines in here, and you're ready to go. This is unbelievable, and this is what I'm talking about. There are opportunities out here. I don't know why anybody would pay for a laundromat, especially if the machines are old and dilapidated. I mean, if the machines are more than 10 years old, the laundromat to me isn't worth 2 cents. I'm telling you, I don't care what you say, because everything starts with the lease. So unless you own the property, it doesn't matter. So if you're in a shopping center and you're looking to lease a facility as such, this is a golden opportunity because the infrastructure's here. You have your 400 amp electric service, you have your gas lines, you have your water run to each row to where you could place your bulkheads. No brainer, easy. You can get here for free. So everything starts at the front end with your lease, and you get a 10-year plus 2 5-year options or a 15-year up front, and you're golden. So I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So every time I hear people talking, oh, I'm going to purchase this laundromat, I'm going to buy this laundromat, I'm looking for a laundromat to buy, we never and have never looked for a laundromat to buy. We have looked for an opportunity to take over. And this is a prime example. I put this on our videos. We did a video on this place probably 3 months ago, and I knew it was a couple. They were tired and they were going to retire, but they were asking $70,000 for the laundromat. And I knew right then all I needed to do is speak to the landlord because they were going to be out of here, and they are out of here. And then you could have gotten a 10-year, 2 5-year options and put your brand new equipment up here and roll on. And the place was busy. It was really busy, but you know, their philosophy of how they run things is totally different than how we would. So there you have it. Another opportunity squandered by, well, actually, this place is empty. So somebody can come in here right now, get in touch with the landlord, and open up right this minute, especially before they tear everything completely out of here because they have the ducts, they have everything ready to go for a laundromat. I'm seriously thinking, why not? But, you know, laundromats aren't really what I'm trying to do right now, even though we love laundromats, but we're more into trying to do the OPL side of things and make that grow. But if I was really wanting to expand Splash Them Out, we'd come take this over right now, and I would right now. And you never know, I might. I'm calling the landlord right now. It's Sunday. They probably won't answer, but you never know. But I'll leave a message.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
My name is Jodan Reed, and I'm with Splash Them Out Laundry. I'm at the Five Oaks Shopping Center here in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. And I was calling in reference to this laundromat that is shut down. And what I like to do is, we have several laundromats and very nice laundromats. I'd like to come in here and renovate this place and put some brand new laundry equipment in here and make it look brand new. And if you would please give me a call back. There you have it. It's that simple. And I'm sitting here showing you that you saved $70,000 already. You'd saved $300,000 if you bought some place. Actually, you saved way more than $70,000 because to do the infrastructure, it's going to probably cost you $150,000 to $200,000, maybe more than that. You already have the 2-inch water line coming in. You have the electric. You have, I mean, again, you have everything in place waiting for you to open, basically. Now, I'm just waiting on the distributor. Come on, I need this equipment delivered now. Again, check out this laundromat. It was a laundromat. It's closed. Now, you know what's going on here? They're putting a restaurant. They're going to expand the restaurant on through here. The problem is, like I said, you had a golden opportunity to get this place. There is no way I would pay for a laundromat. And this is why. The only thing worth in here is the infrastructure. And everybody's going about this the wrong way, in my opinion. I believe that you need to get with the landlord first and foremost, not the laundromat owner. They have zero leverage unless they own the building. And most of the times, these are in shopping centers and they don't own the shopping center. So you get with the leaseholder and you find out, hey, can I get a 10 with 2 5s? Can I get a 15 with a 5? Whatever. And then you write an LOI, which is the most important part of the lease, which is a letter of intent, and get what you can from that. This right here was a golden opportunity for someone to come in and take this completely over with $0. And this is how we've gotten every one of ours. There's no way I would pay for this laundromat. Now, I laid it out for everyone in the videos, a couple of videos before. They were asking $70,000, hint, hint, which we knew immediately that there's no way they're going to get money for this laundromat. Well, there's a lot of people out here who would pay for the laundromat. Infrastructure is going to cost you about $250,000 plus. But my point is, if you go straight to the landlord, you could get this place for $0, and that's exactly what we do. And I don't understand why people want to buy someone else's problems when you can come in here. Because what I'd say to them, come in here, get your equipment, get it on out of here, and I'll sign my 15, 20-year lease, whatever. And just a golden opportunity that someone just squandered away. This place was busy too, but half their equipment was old and dilapidated, whatever. But yeah, we don't buy laundromats, we just take them over. And this is a prime example. And I see these all the time, We run into this all the time. Through the years, we've had 14 laundromats. How many did we pay for? 0. Now, within those laundromats, we saw a few washing machines that we would like to keep in there that were fairly new, and we made an offer for those washing machines, but I've never paid more than $2,500 for the transaction, and I would get 3 or 4 washing machines. So there you have it. So Kelly and I, we do not buy laundromats, but you see, check this out. You have the infrastructure here. You could have come in here, ripped this stuff out. Look, you have all the plumbing, you have the 400 amp service, you have anything and everything you want. And what I would have done, I would have come down through here, I would have expanded this row, bulkhead, and then put dryers all down that wall there, and you're done. You're done. And I would have put the biggest washers right here, been 100-pound washers, 80s, whatever, and then 75 pounds, 45-pound dryers, and that's it. This is what I'm saying. I don't understand why anybody would purchase a laundromat.
Hey guys, you want to know how we found this place? It's called prospecting. You get in your vehicle, you drive around on a pretty day, rainy day, get out of the house, have something to do. We were here, and we're here a lot in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. So we just decided to drive around that day. And lo and behold, we saw a laundromat here, came in, spoke to the couple. They said they were selling it. They let us do a YouTube video. That's been several months ago. And you see what's happened. It's no longer going to be a laundromat. They didn't sell it, which we all knew they more than likely weren't going to sell it for 70 grand. Right here, the infrastructure, it's gone. Another laundromat dead because it was a shoal. S-H-O-L-E, shoal. That's what I call them. That's what Jodan calls them, which is a S-H-I-T hole. And it's sad because people don't realize they get complacent where they are. They're in the same place every day. They don't actually take the time to step back and take a look and see what's going on around them. Customers don't want to come into a place that's dirty, dilapidated, where their machines are out of service. And, you know, it's just not a good look for you as an owner. So if you're an owner, take a step back before your laundromat becomes a shoal. So you have to ask yourself, who would sell a profitable laundromat? Why would they sell a business that's making money? That's the question you have to keep in your mind. Hopefully you guys have liked the video. Beautiful view, that's Mount LeConte. If you have any questions or comments, link those below. And of course, there goes a hawk, a red-tailed hawk. Of course, if you could also like and subscribe, we would greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys on the next video. Thanks.